Hello everyone, it is Friday. I am super happy, super excited. It's the weekend again. Um, I'm here to do another get ready with me today. So let me get started and get right into that. It has been a long week. I don't know about you guys. I did self tanner and I don't know, I guess I went a little too hard on the face because it got a little darker than I intended. I'm still kind of like learning self tan as well, so I mean, it could be worse, I guess. So, anyways, let me get started here. I'm gonna do a little bit of skincare really quick, and then I'm gonna do a cat eye. That's what I'm gonna start out with. So let me start with that. Oh, I got this eye cream. I don't know if anybody has tried this out, but I wanted to give it a try. My main thing for this was using it on my eyelids, if that's possible, to kind of get rid of some of this crepiness on my skin, on my eyelids, I mean. Um, it just makes it hard to put on eyeshadow, with all this crepiness on it. So I don't know if this will help or not. I don't know, but I figured it might be worth a try. I got it on sale during Ulta's fall haul, so I figured I'm gonna just give it a try. So I'm gonna start by putting a little bit of this on. And we will kind of just try this out together, and I will keep you all posted on how it works as far as like that very kind of creepy skin goes. And also, if you do have any suggestions for me on something that does work really good for this type of thing, please let me know. Just drop the cap for this. All right, I'm going to put on some serum. I'm going to use my ordinary serum here. I did ask, I don't know if I asked on here, but is it normal that this serum like leaves kind of like that white residue, almost looking like I put on moisturizer? Someone said it's normal, so I don't know. Let me just dry that a little bit. Where's my fan? Okay. Also, now I'm thinking of it, I bet you this is more this stuff. Well, it does say you can use it in the AM or PM. I was gonna say this might be better to put on at night. I will probably start doing that, even though it does say you can put in the AM or PM. I'll probably start using it at nighttime after today, just to kind of make sure it has its full effect, and because I'm going to be putting on makeup and things, so I don't want it to ruin anything. All right, I'm going to put on my Oil Control moisturizer. And I must say I have been noticing such a difference with my oily skin on my face lately, with, you know, with my new skin routine, and yeah, but with my new skin routine, I've been noticing a huge difference with the oiliness of my skin. I mean, it's so much better. I mean, even in my days that I don't wear makeup, like I notice like normally by the end of the day, or even a few hours into my day, I just have this major oiliness built up in my skin very fast. But I've noticed a huge difference that it's not doing that anymore. And even by the end of the day, sometimes I barely have any oil on my skin. So that's really exciting, that I feel like I'm learning my way and finding the things that I need to use. Yeah, so just think about this. I'm gonna start using this eye cream at nighttime because even right now I'm gonna have to kind of dab it off a little bit because I'm gonna do my eyeliner and I'm gonna put on some eyeshadow primer and I don't want it to go and kind of ruin the effects of the eye cream. So here out, I'm gonna use that at nighttime. Okay, so the next thing I have is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I did want to get a new, better primer than what I had to help out with keeping my cat eyes to nicer throughout the day, helping them last longer, helping my eyeshadow last longer. So this one I got, and I wanted something that dried translucent. So I got this one, this Urban Decay one. Let me go ahead and put this on. And I'm going to kind of take it out a little bit just to make sure it's in the area that I'm putting my cat eye. So as you can see, it's already drying pretty clear, but I need to, there we go, okay. All right, should be good. Let me do the other side. I had plans today to do a video of me putting my cluster lashes on, but I kind of wanted to try like kind of like a new method of applying them that I had seen another lady do like on TikTok or something. I don't know, maybe it was YouTube, I don't really remember, but I wanted to try it out and just see. But that would require me to well, it wouldn't require me, but I mean, when I do my cat eye, I love to be able to put it on and then put my lashes on after, but I feel like I'm gonna have to, with this method, she kind of taped her eyelids up. I don't know, I might just try it maybe next week and try that out then. I mean, I've already put on my primer, I've already put on that eye cream. It's like, who knows how good that tape would even stick at this point, because I really wasn't even thinking about it until now. I didn't really think it through. So I think I'll just try that another week, but I do want to do some eyeshadow this week. I do know that. So let's see. Oh, let me put on my lash serum as well. I do feel like this Grande lash serum is making a difference already, but I did take like a before picture, so I'm gonna wait a few more weeks before I take like another one just to really see, just so I can really see the difference. I think the reason why it's looking a little white over here is because I put a little bit more, like as you can see over here, it's a little more translucent. But if you're wondering, figure out where I put everything here. I don't have a very big area that I work with, so sometimes I gotta figure out where to put stuff. And all right, I am gonna go ahead and use this ColourPop palette. What are they called? Quad. I just dropped it 2 times in a row. I don't know. I must be like really clumsy today. Let me grab a brush. Let me see. All right, I am gonna go ahead. I normally start with a lighter color, but I think I'm gonna start with a darker one this time. I'm gonna go and use the darkest color, and I'm gonna try to kind of focus it towards like the bottom part of my eyelid. I probably should have used a smaller brush for this. This might be a little bit too big for what I was intending, but I'll have to make it work now. All right, let me just do the other side. All right. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this color here. And I think that I'm gonna focus towards the inner part of my eye. And then up towards the top as well. And it is falling down here over that darker color, and that's fine, I think. I might have to add some more dark after, but I was planning on kind of blending it together anyways. So let me go ahead and do that because use this brush here. It's definitely darker than what I intended, but we'll fix that. Okay. Let's also add in the lightest color. This one here. And I'm gonna go in with these, let's see, where am I gonna put this here? I think I focus that towards the crease, maybe. And then kind of blend it in. All right, let me just blend that together now. It's looking like I put black on my lids and I didn't. That's all right. What I'm going to do to try to fix that a little bit, I'm going to use not the darkest one, but I'm going to use that one. Sorry for the loud cars. I'm going to put that over the darker one. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. I'm really looking forward to getting a new like camera that I can film on. so that you guys can see my colors a lot better and my lighting is a lot better. If anybody has any suggestions on a good one for me, please let me know. Something affordable, hopefully, but, you know, also something that will work really good. And also something that would be, you know, nice, easy to travel around with as well. That'd be nice. Okay, let's put that away. Let me do my inner corner. I'm going to use my NYX glitter glue, and I'm going to put a little bit of it on my hand here to start with. And then I'm going to take this very flat brush and apply it to my inner corners. All right. And let me just do the other eye really quick here, and then well, let's see. Yeah, let me do the other eye. Oh, and let me know what you guys' plans are for the weekend. I think we're going to go to a, what do they call that? A corn maze tomorrow? Something like that with the kids. So that'll be fun. Nice little fall activity for them. All right, so in my inner corners, I'm going to use this ColourPop shade. Excuse my tanner. This is the shade Lady Bird. And I'm going to use my finger to... No, I'm not going to use my finger. I need to use a brush. It's going to be too hard with my fingernails. So I'm just going to use this other flat brush here to apply that. I'm really hoping to achieve a very nice, shimmery, wet look in my inner corners. That was a little extreme. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm going to try to... You know, sometimes with makeup, you just gotta go with it and just trust the process, I think. Even though I don't really know what process I'm using. Because that just wasn't what I was going for. It's a little too... I don't know, a little too bright maybe. But let me see if there's any way to fix it a little. I don't think there is. I don't know, maybe it'll look better once I get my lashes on. That's what I'm really hoping for. Okay, so let me fix this fallout that I have. And I'm just gonna have to go with it because I really don't have time to redo it. But that's how we're looking so far. I know it looks a little crazy. All right, we're just gonna have to go with it. I'm not really sure what else to do. Let me get my solar water so I can clean up my area a little bit. All right, and this side. Okay, hopefully that's good. Oops. Oh, my dust there. Okay. That's how we're looking. I don't know. We're just going to go with it. So let's do my my wing liner now. I'm going to try to keep it to where I know I have my primer. And where is my... Okay, I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink Liner along with my handy dandy tool. This is from Amazon. It's called Vertex, Vertex. If anybody wants, the link for this, let me know. I can put it in the description for this. Maybe I'll do that anyways. I'll just put the link for this in the description because it's been very, very handy for me. I'll shake this up a little bit. All right, and my mirror is over here, so I apologize if I'm out of my camera a little bit while I'm doing this. I just kind of like to say that each time because usually when I do this, I gotta be way, in my mirror. So here we go. All right, so there's the start of the wing. Let me clean this off a bit. All right, and then I'll do the other side. All right. They're never perfect, but as long as they look okay. And then because I have the hooded eyes, what I usually do is kind of put a dot over here where my fold is, where I want it to meet the tip of the wing. So about there, and I'm going to connect. All right, so we have that. I'm going to color it in. All right, you guys, had to pause for a second there, and now I'm back. Can't remember if I said this already, but I'm going to just fill this in. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to put a dot where I want to meet where my crease is, and then bring it over. And then I'm going to fill it in. All right, so we got those. Now I usually don't go all the way over into my inner eye. I'm going to go like halfway. Let's switch hands here. And okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. My lighting is not very good. And a big part of that is because I had to close my window, close my curtains, because the sun was shining right at me and you guys would never have been able to see me with that. So they are slightly different, but again, that's fine. I'm going to just use my fan and just kind of dry these a little bit really quick. Okay, hopefully that's good. All right. That is good for the wings. What I did learn is always store the tip down, because the tip will dry out if you have it upright. So store the tip down with these. But I'm really proud of how my cat eyes have been going. This is something that I've been wanting to do for so long, and no matter what, I couldn't get it. That tool from Vertex really, really helped me. I mean, that thing was a huge major change in my cat eyes, and I'm super happy about it. So I'm happy and I'm proud of myself with how I'm improving on these cat eyes. All right, so let's actually, before I do anything, let me just put some I'm going to put some translucent setting powder on the cat eye as well. Let me just put something back so I have a good amount of space. Okay. So this is the translucent setting powder I'm going to use. And this thing, I don't know why I always have trouble opening it, but okay. Let's see. I'm going to find a small brush. I'm just going to use this little tiny one here to put some right over the cat eye. And that'll also help really make these last through the day. All right, and then what I'm going to try to do and see if this helps is kind of brush them off a little bit. Yeah, just to bring the brightness of the black back into it. I think that's better. All right, so that is done. Now we can move on to the face. I do have another new product I'm excited to try out today. I went and got the Hard Candy Sweat Unlock Primer. This is supposedly a dupe for the One Size. I don't remember the name of it, but you'll probably know. It's a One Size brand. I do know that, but it's similar. Something about sweat in the title. I don't remember the exact name, but this is the dupe for that. So I am excited to try this out. It says it's a super matte skin, all day defense from excess oil and sweat, 12-hour hold, non-drying. So we're gonna try this out. Of course, it has a little packaging on it still. I didn't know that. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and try this out. Came out really watery at first, but look how interesting that is. I don't know how much of this I'm going to need. Let me do a little bit more for my forehead and my chin. All right, let's just see how this works. No smell. So if you're not someone who likes smell, this will work perfectly. Okay. Just wipe my hands off a little bit. All right. Let me dry that. That definitely mattified my skin for sure. Like I can definitely see that. I don't know if you guys can, but you can see, I mean, it definitely mattifies it. That I can see that definitely. Sorry, I'm saying that a lot. So I'm super excited to see how this works throughout the day. Like see how my makeup is by tonight. Okay. Need just another sip of my coffee. All right, so I don't know how this is going to look being that I have my tanner on now. So I'm not going to use a ton of this, but I'm going to use a little bit of this Conceal and Perfect Skin Tint Stick. This is in the shade Light Warm 5. I don't know. I'm not going to... I do usually use a lot more than what I even put on now, and I don't want to use a lot. And then what I'm going to put on is my shade 5 Medium Tan in my Halo Glow filter. Just to kind of hopefully keep some of the color. I don't know. I'm just trying to match the rest of my body. All right, so let me blend that in and just see how we are looking after that, and hopefully I didn't like ruin anything. Okay. That is, I think, okay. Oh, there is some pilling though. Look at that. I wonder if that was the primer. It's just on this side. Maybe it just kind of blended it in too much. That was interesting. Interesting, but not good. I think I just did a little too much blending on that side. And that's why I did that. Because none of this side is doing that, or like anywhere else on my face. So hopefully it stays okay. What do you guys think? Do you think the face is now kind of matching with the chest area, or I don't know, did I do too dark, too light? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. All right. I got to get this finished up. I'm going to do some bronzer. Let's see. I'm just going to stick with my favorite lately. I think. Yeah. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to go ahead and just use my ColourPop. Moonstone Beach is the shade. But I was going to try to keep it kind of light on the lines. Okay. Just blend that in. And I always like to make sure I go all the way back to my hairline. Okay, that is hopefully good. There we go. let's put a little bit of the Fit Me. This is going to be too light. Ooh, what should we do? I just want to get rid of some of the shininess. I don't have a ton, which is good. Actually, that's probably from that primer. I'm really liking that. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to put any powder. I'm going to leave it alone. Blush today. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. This is the NYX Buttermilk Blush, and it's in the shade Feeling Butter. I wonder what brush I should use for this. This one? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Let me start by applying it on my hand. I love this. It just gives such a beautiful sun-kissed glow look. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Alright, let me do my brows. I'm going to use, again, my Wet n Wild Mega Stay Brow Gel. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit of highlighter. I think I'm going to use my... I'm going to use this. It's the Wet n Wild Hello Halo, and it's in the shade Highlight Bling. It has one side of blush and one side of highlighter. That's so pretty. I like to put not a lot on my cheeks, just a little. And I'm probably not going to do my Q as well, because I probably am going to do a lip with this. I'm going to leave the lips alone. Okay, so let's do a setting spray. I'm going to go ahead and do... All right, let's just go ahead and do the Hard Candy Glow Unlock. We did the Hard Candy Primer. Let's do the Hard Candy Setting Spray. This one is my absolute favorite. I just love the shimmer, shine, glowiness that it leaves on your face. And your skin. Watch if I spray to my chest. You can just see, maybe in better lighting, but it just leaves your skin so pretty and glowy. I love it. Dry that. All right. Okay, you guys, it is time to do my lashes. I'm not going to do that on camera because it'll just make this video way too extremely long. I do have several videos on my channel of how I do my lashes, and if you guys are interested in more, please let me know in the comments. I do plan on I had said earlier I do want to try out like a new method of applying cluster lashes, but I think I'm going to do that next week. I apply my lashes once a week, so I think I'm gonna do that next week. So let's see. I do want to let you know, these are the lashes that I use. These are Fab Loss. I get these from Amazon. They are glue free, so glue is not required for these, but I do use glue and bond and seal anyways, just to help with the longevity of these. But these are the lashes I've been using lately. I absolutely love these. They are gorgeous. I want to try like a different style of them maybe soon, but I really, really love these lashes, and they really do last a long time, and they look nice. So I definitely would suggest these. So I'm going to apply those, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I am back. I have my lashes on. Just to let you know, for my lashes, if you want to know, if you're interested in knowing, for my lash map that I use is I use 2 16s, 2 14s, and 1 10 in the inner corner. Once in a while, actually quite often, I do a second layer in which I apply a couple of 12s that kind of just like in the middle and random spots there on each side. This week I decided I'm just going to leave it as is, but usually I do that second layer with a 12. But that's what I do for my lashes. Okay, so I'm gonna do my lips now. I have I got these lip liners from LA Girl. And this one is in the shade Bear, it's called. And I seen a girl applying lip liner on Tik Instagram, I think it was actually. I kind of wanted to try out her method that she did. I don't know if it'll look good, don't know if it'll look this how hers was, but I just want to try it out. So what she did was she put kind of like a straight line, and I don't even know if this one's gonna be dark enough, but it's fine. She probably applied like a straight line down in each corner on the top lip. So see, I don't think, let me just put this on my hand. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah, I think I might have to go. I do love this color, but I think just so that this really shows how it should, I'm going to have to just do a darker one today, which I'm kind of bummed about. I really wanted to try that out. What is this one? This one's more of a mauve color. I wanted to do more of a tan type color. Let me just see. What is this one? Yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to just try a different color. I'm going to try this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner. It's in the shade Moonwalk. I'm going to try this instead, just because I want it to be a color that shows up a little bit more. And then, I think what she did was she put line down the middle, or like at the end of each of her kind of cupid bow area here. And then here. And then, okay, so that's how it looked on the top. Well, it didn't look exactly like that, but I'm going to just do the bottom now. And then she put those lines kind of in the same spot on the bottom. Okay. Hers looked a lot better, but we will work with it. She kind of brushed them in, or kind of use a, I need to fill this in a little bit better though. I think that's better. Kind of, I think she had a brush maybe to kind of like blend this now. I'm not good at this blending thing at all. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna fill in those lines a little bit. That's good, right? I like that. Okay, and then we're gonna do some gloss. Let me just see what we're gonna use today. I want to do a butter gloss, I think. This could be risky, but I'm gonna try this fortune cookie from NYX. It's the butter gloss, and hope that I don't ruin it. So that's how we are looking. Let me add a little more at the bottom. All right, so this is my final look for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to see comments and suggestions if you have some for me. And also, please, as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good weekend.